We welcome chamber members to the Searcy Regional Chamber of Commerce's In the Know virtual series. I am Charles Gaines, Chair of the Government Affairs Committee of the Chamber. Today, we are pleased to present a virtual candidates forum with the 3 candidates for White County Judge in the May 24th Republican primary: Lisa Brown, Shelley Churchwell, and Barth Grayson. This event is being recorded and will be available for viewing by the public as a listing on the Chamber's website and placed as a link in an email sent to the Chamber membership. We could not have these events without our sponsors and gratefully thank our following sponsors for supporting this event: First Security Bank, Unity Health, and First Community Bank. I also want to thank Buck Lang, President and CEO of the Chamber, Tara Cathy, Vice President of the Chamber, and Aaron Pike, Office and Communications Coordinator for the Chamber, along with the Government Affairs Committee for ideas, planning, and execution of this event. For audience members, we recommend you use the speaker setting to have the current speaker highlighted on your screen, and please also ensure you are muted. If you have a keyboard, you can do so by hitting the space bar. We are privileged to have John Chadwell serve as our moderator for this virtual candidates forum. John is the Executive Director of the Newport Economic Development Commission and has worked in economic development for 29 years, the past 17 in Newport. He has held positions in a number of state and regional economic development groups. John was appointed by Governor Hutchinson to the Arkansas Development Finance Authority in 2019. John is also active in facilitating adult leadership programs. He is a business retention and expansion consultant and a certified economic developer. John, thank you for serving as our moderator today, and our event is now under your guidance.
Thank you very much. And I want to welcome everybody and thank you for participating in what is our most fundamental right as Americans, the right to determine those who will lead us and guide us as we move forward. And so I want to thank the candidates for being willing to run and to serve, and to thank those who are listening for being willing to make an informed decision. The first order of business is that we are going to determine the order in which we will be asking questions. And this will also determine the order in which we will have the opening statements. So I will start with Ms. Brown. I have a paper on my left, one in the center, and one on my right. Which would you like?
Center, please.
The center. All right, you have chosen, if everybody can see, number 3. All right, and then Ms. Churchwell, you will have left or right?
Left.
And you have chosen number 2. And so, Mayor Grayson, that means you have number 1. And so, as has been stated by the format, we will have opening statements of 2 minutes each. Someone will be keeping time to let us know when the 2 minutes is up. And at this point, we will ask Mayor Grayson to begin his 2-minute opening comments.
All right. Good morning. This is Barth Grayson. I am the mayor of Bald Knob, and I want to start off by thanking John Chadwell for being our moderator, and thank you to the chamber. It's a great opportunity that we have. I've never been involved in a forum that the chamber has put on to reach as many people, I think, that have the opportunity to listen to us. I have a passion to serve the public, and even more of a passion to bring good things, as in the way of economic development, to our county, White County. I love White County. I'm a 5th generation, in White County. Been here since right after the Civil War, my people first started. And I'm a farmer. I have been in the newspaper business for 20 years on the Bald Knob Banner, White County Record, and Searcy Sun newspapers. I'm currently in the hay business besides being Ball Knob mayor, because Ball Knob mayor is a part-time position. I've had a real estate license since the early 80s. And I've had my own subdivision, had to build roads, and just development. It's something that you do need to understand if you're going to be the county judge, because you're going to be you're the county road judge. I mean, that's what a lot of people, of course, think of the county judge as being, as a county road judge. So I do have experience in there. In my newspaper days, I attended almost every quorum court meeting because I was the reporter as well as being the publisher and the owner. And so I tried to keep up on being informed, with county business. I have run for county judge before, and I was prepared to be county judge, when I ran. So I'm looking forward to this new opportunity, to a new chapter in my life, interacting and working with all the departments.
All right. 2 minutes is up. Sorry.
Okay, and so now we will go to Ms. Churchwell.
Okay, well, thank you all for inviting me to this. I am honored to be here and everything that surrounds running for the judge position. My background is not in politics or any kind of government job. My background is in the private business sector. I was raised west of Searcy on a row crop and dairy farm, and I graduated from Searcy High School and Harding University with a degree in social work, and I still maintain my social work license with the state. I worked as a social worker, and then I managed a business law firm for 9 years. I also have an Arkansas real estate broker license that's currently inactive because I don't have it with a brokerage right now. My real estate background has been in commercial property management, everything from managing 18 and 20-story condo towers to strip malls, offices, and my favorite was the large Donaghy Plaza complex in Little Rock. In fact, I am one of 29 people in the state to hold the designation of real property administrator, which is a series of 8 college-level classes in commercial property management. It takes an average of 4 years to complete on top of a bachelor's degree. I'm automatically 2 classes in on the commercial real estate designation of the CCIM. I'm passionate about White County, and I spend hours every day volunteering for the preservation of our history. And I've worked with the Historical Society for the past 23 years, 18 of those on the board of directors, and I've been the president since 2018. And I'm on my 4th year of being the editor of the newsletter that has won Best Historical Newsletter in Arkansas for the past 2 years. I volunteer with the Smyrna Church, the Legion Hut, writing the initial grant, Searcy Holiday of Lights, and I'm a reenactor at Pioneer Village. I believe in offering and having a great quality of life, and I run because I believe that I can bring my education, experience, and volunteerism of White County to the office.
Thank you. And now we will go to Ms. Brown.
Thank you. I would like to thank you all, the chamber and the moderator, for allowing us to do this meeting today. I am Lisa Brown. I'm a candidate for White County Judge. I'm a lifelong White County resident. I was born and raised in the Rocky Point community north of Judsonia. I graduated from Judsonia High School in 1985 as valedictorian of my class. I attended Arkansas State University at Beebe. My husband George and I just celebrated our 34th wedding anniversary this past weekend. We live west of Searcy on a farm where we raise beef cattle. I'm currently employed in the White County Judge's Office, where I've been for 17 years. I've worked for Judge Lincoln his entire term in office, as well as 18 months for prior Judge Bob Parrish. I also have 12 years of experience in White County District Court, as well as 5 years banking experience. So if you're doing the math, I have worked for a judge for 29 years. As White County Judge's Assistant, I've been involved in numerous activities in all parts of county government, from dealing with roads, budgets, working with the other elected officials in the quorum court. And I would like to put my experience to work for the citizens of White County as White County Judge in the May primary. When Judge Lincoln announced he was going to retire, I had a decision to make. Was I going to train the next county judge or be the next county judge? So that's what I'm doing. I'm not a politician, I'm a hard worker. And I want to put that hard work ethic to work for the citizens of White County and meet the needs as efficiently and effectively as possible.
Thank you. So now we will get started with the question portion of this forum. I will read the question to you, and we will go in order. So with question number 1, Ms. Churchwell will be first, Ms. Brown will be second, Mayor Grayson will be third. As I read the question, if prior to you answering the question, you would like me to reread the question, just say, would you reread the question, and I'll read it again. If not, I will assume that you will proceed to answer the question on the first reading. And at the end of 2 minutes, you will be notified that the 2 minutes is up. So the very first question, and Ms. Churchwell, you will be first. Why are you interested in this position, and what do you hope to accomplish as White County Judge?
I've been thinking about running for this position probably since 2018, 19. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Could I ask that everybody mute their connection,
Yeah.
please? We're getting some feedback on the connection, so if sorry, I'd like to ask that everybody mute their connection. If you're on the line and your connection is not muted, we're getting some background noise, which is interfering with the forum.
Where's that at?
So I think we have one. Thank you. And so we're going to start Ms. Churchwell's time over. I apologize for the interruption, but we will start her time over, and I will read the question again just for clarity.
Okay.
Why are you interested in this position, and what do you hope to accomplish as White County Judge?
I started thinking about running for this position in 2018, 19. We were in the process of going to move back to White County. I'm from here, and I had been gone to Pulaski County for a while, and I was ready to come back. And then when I heard that Judge Lincoln was going to retire, I thought, well, you know, I'm 48, and if I want to do this, I think it's a good time. It's a good opportunity. Absolutely love where I came from and all of White County. And as I said before, I spend a lot of hours each day volunteering. I also own a small business that I operate and work in. And what I'd like to accomplish, I just want to make sure that everyone gets an equal shot in what they need for their parts of the county. I think it's important to look at issues and challenges in leading White County. And with that, you use your leadership experience, your work, your education, and your training. I have the ability to see possible questions and answers that may not be visible to someone else because I am trained in communication and as a social worker. I'm not interested in doing things maybe the way they've always been done. I believe in running the county like a functional business and to keep it well and healthy. Things I'd like to see done, of course, everything involves approval from the quorum court. And so, I'd love to see us have an animal shelter at some point. And that, of course, takes planning and funding. And there's lots of things, and economic development, I'm sure you'll ask about later. I like to see a lot of things happen.
All right, thank you. And now, Ms. Brown, would you answer the question?
Yes, sir. I'm running for county judge because I'm a lifelong resident here. I love this county. I've spent 29 years working in government here. I know the needs, but more importantly, I understand the laws and the rules and the regulations of county government. I want to be aggressive in maintaining and repairing our road system. We are on the cusp of a consolidation of our 911 communication system. Looks like we're going to be merging with the city of Searcy per state law, or state request at least. I want to provide the services to the citizens as efficiently and professionally as possible. Like I said, I want to be aggressive in road repair and maintenance, aggressive in providing citizens while being as conservative as possible with our budgeting. I work in the budget annually. I prepare the annual operating budget. I know the constraints of meeting those needs with that and with what we have to work with. And I plan to provide as many citizens services to the citizens as I can within that budget. My heart is in service, and that's what I want to continue to do, is serve the citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. And now, Mayor Grayson, would you answer the question?
Yes. I love White County, and like I said, I've been here my whole life, and having a farm, I'm very familiar with country roads. That it started off as gravel, then chip seal, and some of them have been, asphalted. Of course, I've always been a proponent of using asphalt because that's what everybody wants to drive on out in the country. I'm very adamant about running the White County government as a business. I think that it's time that we initiated another ordinance like the one that was in place. It was 99.9 that had the guidelines for building roads. That was taken away by this administration several years ago. That will be one of the first things that I will encourage the White County Quorum Court to put back in order, because I think that the roads need to be built with the guidelines and not just how somebody chooses to run them. I will keep the current administrative office in place. Everybody is doing a good job, and if it's not broke, you don't fix it. I will operate that way. I will delegate and check with every department first thing, every morning. I will check with the road department and develop a good relationship with the road department and the two foremen on the east and west side of the county. And we will make sure that everything gets done in a very orderly way. We'll stay in touch, and I will network with the other departments. As far as what I want to see done, I believe that you build it and they will come. I think White County is set to grow, and I do believe that our infrastructure is in pretty good shape, but we still need to develop it, maybe to bring in some new business, and that's what I'm very interested in. Economic development is dear to my heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for answering that question, and we'll move to the next question. In this round, Ms. Brown will be first, Mayor Grayson second, Ms. Churchwell will be third. So the question is, what do you think are the three most pressing concerns for the county? Ms. Brown?
I think some of the pressing concerns, probably number one is our drug problem. Number two would be economic development. I don't know if that's a concern, but it's certainly a priority. And then the road issues. For the jail and the law enforcement, for the drug problem, the county judge's responsibility is to help see that there is adequate funding for law enforcement. Of course, the Quorum Court does the appropriation. And with the experience I currently have with our current Quorum Court, I feel like I can certainly advocate on behalf of the Sheriff's Department to help eradicate the drugs in White County. The same goes with the economic development concerns I have. I think that working with the chambers, there's the Searcy Chamber, the Ball Knob Chamber, and the BB Chamber. I think together with the county and the cities the 16 cities located within the county, we have a lot to offer. And I think the Quorum Court would certainly be willing to join in and partner and do what we can to help get economic development opportunities out there. And for the road department, the road issues, we have some road concerns. The winter of 2020 was, I guess it was in 2021, was pretty tough on our roads. We're working to get all those roads back into good position. And we're working on replacing one-lane wooden bridges. We still have a few of those in the county. We have a program with the state where we can apply for grant assistance. The county pays 50% and the state pays 50%. And some of those up to 75% from the state. So I'm hoping to continue that program.
Thank you. And now we'll go to Mayor Grayson.
Okay, I want to start off with economic development. I don't think it's been a standard thing for a county judge in the past in White County to be really heavily involved in economic development, but I'm the one. I'm ready to, because like I said before, we've got to build it and they will come. We've got to prepare our infrastructure because that's what people, if they're going to move to White County, and we do want new residents, and this is a time because of just economic issues and other states that Arkansas is being looked at for not only retirement, but just to relocate. And, Arkansas is viewed favorably by a lot of new potential residents. So I do want to work, like I said, with the road department. We're going to strengthen our roads. We're going to prepare the roads and of course, take care of the potholes. But the gas company, came in and really wreaked havoc on the roads. We've overcome most of that now. I'd love to see the gas company come back, the gas business come back. And I really believe that there's a good potential as you keeping up with the news, about that. Of course, I just left another meeting, police committee this morning. I'm very big advocate working with the police departments and the sheriff's department, of course, is what I'm talking about, and to work with all city councils and all chambers. And we do have a drug problem in White County, but it's that way everywhere. It's not just in Ball Knob, it's not just in White County, so it's everywhere. I want to, like I said, develop a good working relationship with all the departments because they all work, together. And I do want to strengthen our intergovernmental meeting, which is all the mayors of all the White County, because I think that will be our biggest strength, that we can all work together. Thank you.
And Ms. Churchwell.
Okay, when I'm out and about talking with people at events or just one-on-one or even on Facebook Messenger, what they want to talk about the most is the roads, because there's a lot of county roads. And the county has a huge job and responsibility to keep up with all of the roads, everything from gravel, asphalt, and chip seal. And so people have been sending me videos and pictures, and I've been talking with them of roads, and I go out and I look at them, because I want them to know that I care, and I do care. All roads lead to somebody's home. Not everybody lives on a road that's in perfect condition and kept up, by the state. The county has a huge responsibility. So I would say roads are usually the first priority because they affect the most people and people's vehicles as well. Number two, I see a lot of people, and I hear about a lot of people saying, my neighbor has their dog tied up and they're not feeding it. And it looks like it's starving and I can't get any help. We really need some sort of animal shelter. I think we are behind because we don't have that. And actually, it's kind of embarrassing that we don't have an animal shelter. And I think a civilized community takes care of its animals and its people. And that's really important to me. And the last one is, we talk about the meth problem we have, the drug problem. I saw on the news recently where the sheriff's department, working with other agencies, has stopped several cars on the interstate or county road, and they have found lots of drugs. They've had some huge drug busts recently, and that's great. Of course, there's always more and more coming through. I think we need to have a drug prevention program in our schools and teach kids from a young age.
Okay, thank you. And we will move to question number 3. And on question number 3, Mayor Grayson will be first, Ms. Churchwell will be second, Ms. Brown will be third. You mentioned law enforcement. That's what this question deals with. With White County being the second largest county in square miles in the state, how do you feel about the current funding available for providing adequate personnel and equipment for proper coverage of the county by the White County Sheriff's Department while ensuring the safety of the officers and the citizens? So Mayor Grayson, we'll start with you.
Thank you. I just got out of my police committee meeting this morning, met with my chief and my police committee. Ball Knob has recently purchased and provided all of our units with a laptop computer. That way they can take care of all the business from the tickets from on the spot. They do not have to come back to the office to transact any business. That is going to be the one major thing that I will try to enact. And of course, the Quorum Court has to agree, but we're going to have a good working relationship, and we're going to have a good working relationship with the sheriff on that, because I want to make sure that every cruiser that the county owns is outfitted with the laptops, so that you were talking about it being the second largest in landmass. Well, guess what? We've got the #1 amount of county roads, of the miles of county roads. Union County is first in landmass, but we've got more county roads, and the county roads are where all these things happen. We discussed today in our meeting about people huffing duster, issues, doing the still with the meth and all that stuff. It's everywhere. And out in the county on all these county roads, there's not enough cruisers, not enough deputies to maintain as many as I would like to see, all around the county. And that's why we have a good working relationship with the county in Ball Knob, because the county has to require and request and depend on these other agencies, police agencies, to help them and respond with them to keep everybody safe. And I'll be in the sheriff's corner, I guarantee you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Churchwell?
Well, I would say not only the sheriff's department, but bless all the first responders. And I know a lot of times they work together with the police, the sheriff, the state police, the volunteer fire departments, everyone who tries to keep White County as safe as possible. I agree with what Bar said, that we need to make sure every officer has a laptop, a county issued phone, if they're not having to use their own phones, and they feel like they have what they need to best do their job. And of course, a lot of things come down to funding, and I think we have to be creative sometimes with funding, with grants and any matching money we can find, and with, of course, within our budget as well. I recently talked with some of our volunteer fire departments, and they are big on getting as organized as they can be, and they need the support of the county judge as well, with going digital, and even things as simple as numbering their trucks so the dispatch can easily dispatch them as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Brown?
I want to answer the question. I think the White County Sheriff's Office does an amazing job with the amount of funding they have. We have about 45 officers total. Some of those are detectives, some of them are patrol deputies. I would like to see them have more. It comes down to funding. I'm sure some of you know White County has a dedicated half-cent tax for law enforcement, and that runs the jail and pays for the sheriff's department. And then additional funding is available from county general. The Quorum Court has been very receptive to assisting the sheriff's department with funding over the years. And we are in the process, hopefully this year, to equip the patrolmen with laptops. We're also in the works to upgrade our communication system. There are some dead spots in the county when a patrolman is out and he needs to radio back and forth with dispatch. There are some dead spots, and we're definitely, that is top priority to get that corrected, get that problem alleviated, so our guys are safe when they're out there doing their jobs. I certainly appreciate them, thank them all for their service. And I would urge every one of you, when you see a deputy or a police officer, to thank them for their service. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're going to question number 4. The order on this question will be Ms. Churchwell, Ms. Brown, Mayor Grayson. This question has a comment or a statement at the first for you to listen to, and then it's 2 parts, part A and part B. What I will do is ask part A, give the candidate 2 minutes to answer part A, and then I will ask part B, give 2 minutes to answer part B. So they'll have 2 minutes on each part, as I think each of these are important issues to be considered. And then for this one, I will reread, since it's 2 parts, I will reread the question prior to each candidate answering the question. So the 2020 census data showed a decline in White County's population of 254 people. From the 1980 census through the 2010 census, the county grew from 50,835 to 77,076, 51%, for a total growth of 26,241. With this in consideration, we believe that economic development should be a major focus moving forward. Part A, would you be in support of earmarking funds to identify potential sites that could or should be preserved for multiple economic development purposes, including rail-served, industrial, and technology? Ms. Churchwell, you have 2 minutes on that on part A.
Oh, 100%. We have to stay competitive. Sometimes people don't like it when I say things about other counties. Look what they're doing, what they have done, but we have to be in the know about what other people are doing, because we're all competing often for the same thing. And even in technology, we have to stay competitive. And, I think it's a sad thing about the 2020 census. Because of COVID, enumerators were not going door to door like they had in the past. And so I don't know if those answers are correct. If when you depend on people to mail something in or fill out something online, sometimes people just don't do it. So yes, I'm totally in support. I like how Searcy and White County have grown, but we still have that, to me, that small town vibe. And I can go places and I know people, and I really love living here.
Thank you. And so part B, our area is served by our 4-county tourism association, Greers Ferry Lake Little Red River Tourism Association. Judges from other counties have been and are actively involved with this association and promoting tourism in their respective area. Would you be in favor of funding countywide tourism promotion efforts, and what would you do?
This is what I love so much. So the answer is yes. Like I volunteer at Searcy's Pioneer Village, and we are number 2 on TripAdvisor. And, we do not have the funds to stay open all the time because we get calls wanting to know our hours. But I love what Heber and has done with their tourism. And I think we could have more here as well. I mean, they put out these pamphlets, come see Claiborne County and, the lake, the Little Red River, and we could for sure do more here with what we have. People love historical things. There is historical tourism in White County and tourism in general. And I think we can rally some folks and get some more going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Brown, I'll reread the questions since it's a longer question. You'll have 2 minutes with part A. Would you be in support of earmarking funds to identify potential sites that could or should be preserved for multiple economic development purposes, including rail-served, industrial, and technology?
I'm absolutely in support of that. That's going to, if we can grow our county businesses, we start with infrastructure, and that's what you're talking about there. Having good infrastructure encourages people to relocate here and come here. And I'm 100% in favor of that. I'm 100% in favor of working with the chambers and the other cities and mayors to join together. I think White County is open for growth. We're wide open. And did I miss the part about the census?
That was the intro to the question. Yes. You
Okay,
can go ahead
yes.
and comment on that.
So I believe COVID did play a big part in that. And I think that we will see significant growth when the next census comes in 10 years. If we can get out into the community. I think COVID, the residents and the leaders in the community were hesitant to go out and knock on doors and encourage people to answer the census questions.
Okay, and part B, our area is served by our 4-county tourism association, Greers Ferry Lake, Little Red River Tourism Association. Judges from other counties have been and are actively involved in this association and promoting tourism in their respective area. Would you be in favor of funding countywide tourism promotion efforts, and what would they be?
Absolutely. I think we've got lots of potential here. We have Little Red River, great opportunities there to bring in folks to enjoy the recreation on the river, the fishing opportunities. We have great hunting opportunities just outside of Ball Knob with the National Refuge over there. It just takes someone with leadership to tap into the potential to get the word out there. Harding University is a great draw. Our schools here, we've got great public schools. They are a great draw to get folks in for events. People come to Searcy, they love it, and they decide to relocate here. So I'm 100% in favor of promoting White County. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mayor Grayson, considering the census information, I'll ask you the same 2 questions. A, would you be in support of earmarking funds to identify potential sites that could or should be preserved for multiple economic development purposes, including rail served, industrial, and technology?
I definitely would, and actually in the process of helping develop or enlarge our industrial development and commercial site right now. We're fixing to have a site analysis done so that the property can be shopped to any interested new business contacting the state of Arkansas. So being mayor has really allowed me to learn a lot of things and focus on things that a normal, just day-to-day business person, couldn't do. The census, we only countywide have lost 254, which I think that's amazing. But I think we're going to catch up, with the next census. I think there's a lot of people that are ready to retire and get ready to turn some of the agricultural land over to subdivisions. I ran a Facebook commentary or questionnaire and got a lot of comments. They're just not ready at this time. A lot of the people that have left Ball Knob and left a lot of the cities have gone to the county because that's the American dream. And I'm all about dreaming. I had somebody tell me that I was a dreamer, but I'm a visionary. I've been involved in entertainment with my amphitheater since 1980. I'm all about economic development, and we do need to prepare these sites. I had a conversation that we really don't have a nice big one in White County. I want to work with the Chamber of Commerce and Industrial Development to get that. So I'm all about getting ready for the growth, build it, and they will come. I'm ready for your second part.
Part B, our area is served by our 4-county tourism association, Greers Ferry Lake, Little Red River Tourism Association. Judges from other counties have been and are actively involved in this association and promoting tourism in their respective area. Would you be in favor of funding countywide tourism promotion efforts, and what would you do?
I am in favor of it. And having been in the newspaper business for 20 years, everybody's business became my business. And actually, I have served 2, maybe 3 terms on the Grist Ferry Little Red River Association already as a newspaper man, and looking forward to continuing, that relationship. I'm all about helping all of the communities that have any kind of tourism travel. Ball Knob, I'm going to use, they come in through Ball Knob from Memphis going to Heber. I see it every day. They've got long lines. All of our restaurants, we've really developed in Ball Knob because we have that tourism coming in through here. It's just there again, you've got to prepare it and be ready for the growth in White County, because White County is fixing to really grow. I truly believe this, and it's going to take everybody working together to make it happen right. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll proceed to question number 5. On question number 5, Ms. Brown will be first, Mayor Grayson second, Ms. Churchwell third. And so Ms. Brown, we'll start with you. What separates you from the other candidates, and why should voters cast their vote for you?
One of the main differences between me and the other candidates is I have county government experience. There are vast laws, rules, and regulations that have to be adhered to in county government. And the other candidates both said they want it run like a business. Well, that sounds great, but legally, you cannot just run county government like a business. We have all kinds of restrictions on bidding and procurement that have to be followed. And that's one of the things I bring to the table. I know those laws, I know those rules, and I have been a part of making sure that the county stays compliant. We go through an annual legislative audit, and the auditors come to me. I provide the documents. I have a great relationship with them. And that's one of the things I bring. I'm also very dedicated to White County. I'm a longtime employee. I'm dedicated to the other employees and the elected officials. We have great working relationships now, and I expect that to continue. If I'm elected, there will be a seamless transition. There won't need to be time to be trained. I can step into the role as county judge the first day after I'm sworn in. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Grayson, we'll pass the question to you.
I'm going to take the baton from Lisa, and I'm going to chime in that all of our departments, especially the county judge's administrative department and administrative personnel, have done a wonderful job, including Miss Lisa. And I've already discussed this with several people, but if I'm elected, and I do intend to be elected, I will keep the administrative part of the department as is, because they are very knowledgeable, and they are an investment, of our county. And this will allow me to keep every department in check and learn as I go, of course, but because it does, just like Lisa said, it takes there's a learning curve in there. But if you have good administrative people in every department already in place, and we do, you will be able to utilize, their knowledge and transfer that information. And if you really want to learn, you're going to get in there. And I've prepared myself before, and this is a lifelong work of love and development and passion to learn everything I can to serve the citizens of White County. And I will delegate every working need with every department, and work with each department. So I'm very proud that we do have the investment of the employees that we do, and I look forward to working with every department.
Thank you. And Ms. Churchwell.
Thank you. Well, with me, you get something totally different. I've never held a governmental position. You get leadership experience in the private business sector and with the nonprofits. I've had to hire people, let people go. I have to be, in running a business, you have to be very mindful of the cost and the bottom line. And I think the general consensus is there's less room for failure in the private business. I'm willing to look at problems and find new solutions rather than the same. It's very important to me to listen to people from all walks of life, all corners of our very large county. And I'm not the status quo. I mean, it doesn't really mean much to me how things have been done in the past, but I want to see things with a fresh perspective and go from there to the future. I'm just different all the way around. And I heard this funny thing recently that said, Bernie Madoff may be a financial planner, but he's not the financial planner you want. And so, I have a passion for the county, and I'm just really excited about this. And, I'm hoping to be the new judge come January 1st. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one final question. We'll ask that, have the answers. And then after that question, we'll let each candidate do a closing statement. So the order for the final question will be Mayor Grayson, Ms. Churchwell, and then Ms. Brown. The final question is, what is your position on the annexation of surrounding land into Searcy, particularly the area around the new Highway 13 extension? And we'll start with Mayor Grayson.
I mentioned a few minutes ago that I put a questionnaire on Facebook when I was first elected 3.5 years ago, this Ballknob mayor, asking people what they thought about annexation. I expected to get a handful of comments. And Mr. Chadwell, I assure you, I got 300, and they weren't all positive. And, I've got a farm on the outskirts of Searcy, and I've got commercial property that is at the very edge of Ballknob. So I can see from personal experience the benefits of being in the city limits, and being mayor, I can see the benefits of people living in the city limits to have all the amenities and utilities and whatnot, although some of them do extend outside of the city limits because of the growth. And also our planning commission, we've got a good one, and they are really overseeing halfway to the next city on each side of us. So you've got to have the responsibility of being kind of a shepherd with potential lands that could be annexed, but we have to respect the residents out in the county, and they will have their say, and that'll all be taken in consideration. This is not a communist state, so I do respect the residents in the county. I do respect their opinions, just as I respect the opinions of the people that do live within the city. But growth, if you're not growing, you're dying, and that's where I'll leave it.
Thank you. Ms. Churchwell?
Well, I think for a situation like this, there needs to be public forums, and we really need to hear the voices of the landowners there, especially the residential ones, and look into grandfather clauses. If they currently have horses or livestock pets, what's that going to mean for them? Can they get any more of those type animals, or they can just keep the ones they currently have until their demise and they can't have any more? There needs to be a solid list of advantages and disadvantages all the way around, and it's just got to be fair. I believe in progress, but I do not want to do something that hurts people that were already there at the same time. So, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Brown?
Thank you. Statutorily, there is a process for annexation, and there are hearings held for the citizens who live there to voice their concerns. And I am in favor of annexation if the citizens who live there are in favor of annexation. Part of being brought into the city means you get city services, and that's a major concern for people who live in areas that are proposed to be annexed. They may want Searcy water, sewer, or municipal water, sewer. And if that can be provided, and they voice their concerns and they're in favor, then I'm definitely in favor. I'm also open to the folks who are not in favor. And I think that statutorily, there's a process that it goes through for annexation. And with the experience I have as the judge's administrative assistant, I've been witness to those processes and I've been a part of it. And I'm not in favor or opposed to annexation. It's an individual case by case basis that comes before county court. And sometimes the voters, there's two ways to annex. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we were coming to the end of the forum. We're going to let each candidate have a closing statement. And the order in which we will go is Ms. Churchwell, Ms. Brown, and Mayor Grayson. So you can now give your final thoughts that you would like to leave with the voters who will view this video. Ms. Churchwell, you may begin.
Okay, thank you. And thanks for inviting me here and listening to this discussion. You have heard why I believe my education, experience, and background would benefit the office of the White County Judge. And you heard some things about what I'd like to focus on as being judge, such as communication, efficiency, fair and equal consideration of all improvements, and maximizing return on the budget. As a fifth-generation White Countyan, my county roots run deep. Saying that I have a passion for White County would be an understatement. I have spent countless hours volunteering with different groups and organizations within the county, and I have met people from all parts and heard many of them voice the same concerns and issues. Whether it's fixing a pothole, grading a road, or replacing a deficient bridge, or answering simple questions, the residents of White County need and deserve a judge that will work for them. I want to be that judge. Being White County Judge would combine my love of helping people with my love of White County. And I would like to be an advocate for everyone. I like our small town atmosphere in White County. I like the people, the community effort for events and for causes. And I ask for your support on voting May 9th through 24th for White County Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Brown, your closing statement.
Thank you. I would like to say again that I am a lifelong White County resident. My family's here. This is where I intend to stay. I've got years of experience in county government. I'm willing, desire to put that to work as county judge. I have a heart of service. I want to provide the needs of the citizens. I'm here. I've been here. And I want to continue to remain in this office. My husband and I are longtime residents. We love this community. My phone's doing some weird things, I'm sorry. We are lifelong residents here. We love this community. We want to continue to serve in any way we can. I have knowledge of the road department, the 911 communications, the Office of Emergency Management. I'm very familiar with the county budget. I've worked under 2 judges here, worked for 4 judges over my 29-year career. And there's something to be said for experience. It does matter. I sincerely ask for your vote. Vote for me, Lisa Brown, White County Judge. In the Republican primary. I am a Christian, I'm a conservative, and I want to be your next county judge. Early voting starts May 9th. White County has, the Quorum Court has recently adopted a new way to vote. We have voting centers. You can go to any polling site on May 24th and cast your vote. You can also early vote from May 9th through May 23rd at the Extension Office here in Searcy and Carmichael Community Center. Again, thank you.
And your final statements, Mayor Grayson.
I thank Lisa for getting all that information out about the voting. That will save me a lot of time, and I really appreciate the Election Commission putting together the new voting centers. That will help everybody that works and everybody that conservative business-minded people. They're working and got children or grandchildren, and it will help them get to the voting booths anywhere in the county and not have to hurry home to the other side of the county if they live out in the country. Being a conservative Christian family businessman, and there again, I have children in White County. I've got grandchildren in White County, and fully intend for them to keep their roots here because, like I said, they're sixth generation here in Bald Knob in White County. I am ready. I've been prepared. I'm ready to meet this new chapter of my life. The newspapers, the 20 years of the newspapers have me going out and visiting and getting to know the people and the needs and all around White County at each individual city, each individual school board. And I miss the newspaper business, but it taught me a lot. It was part of my preparation for being county judge. And I will ask that everybody needs to understand if they're going to vote for any of us. But I asked for your vote in the Republican primary. You have to designate to vote in the Republican primary, and you can early vote starting May 9th, but you can only vote at those voting precincts, the voting precincts anywhere in the county on the 24th. Now, being three candidates, we're probably going to have a runoff. So the main thing is getting in the runoff. And if I'm blessed to be in the runoff, that I need to ask everybody to come and vote again on the 21st of June.
All right, thank you. I want to again thank all the candidates for taking time. I think it's very important. I think it's admirable that we have people who are willing to run for public office and be willing to be a servant of the people. So thank you for your willingness to run. Thank you for your willingness to answer the questions that were put before you. I also like to thank everybody who's either watching live or who will watch this recording, as being an informed voter is one of the most important things we can do. And thank the chamber in Searcy for putting this together and making sure the voters are informed. And now I will hand it back to you, Mr. Gaines.
Thanks again to John Chadwell and to our candidates, Lisa Brown, Shelley Churchwell, and Barth Grayson, for an informative event. Thank you again also to our sponsors for today, First Security Bank, Unity Health, and First Community Bank. As a reminder, this event was recorded and will be available for public viewing on the Chamber's website and placed as a link in an email sent to Chamber membership. Our next In the Know virtual series will be held on April 26th, when we will present a virtual candidates forum with the three candidates for White County Sheriff in the May 24th Republican primary. More information will be provided to Chamber members as that date approaches. Thank you for joining this virtual forum.